A New Year's resolution for your volunteer group or organisation from Community Connect, South Shoalhaven. Okay, so what's a New Year's resolution for your group? Well, a resolution to me is a wish or an idea. It's something a bit more intangible. It's a feeling, it's a way that you want to be, that you'd like to see change in the coming year. It's a bit different than a goal. So, a goal to me is something that you plan for. It's a measurable target. It's something you want to achieve. You want more members. You need more money. You want to do a certain thing by a certain time. So, a goal is more finite. It needs more planning and so on. Whereas a resolution, again, is more of a feeling or an outcome that you would like to see. So I thought I'd give you a couple of examples of volunteer group resolutions and then maybe just a couple of ideas that you could implement to see if you can bring those resolutions around in 2024. So one of them would be increase member engagement. So we're not talking here about attracting more members, recruiting members. That would be more something that would be a goal that you should plan for, and you should have regular activities and so on. This is more around, I guess, looking after the people that you already have, which again is about feelings and the way that you currently sit. Let's explore that. The first thing I'd suggest you do is a check-in with each member to see how they currently feel, especially if you've had a bit of a break over Christmas. Repeat this regularly if you can, because it shows that you care about individuals. So we've probably all been in groups where there's a few members who have strong opinions and loud voices, and they can be valuable members of the group. But there's also probably people who take a bit more of a back seat, or they're a bit quieter. They may be making very valuable contributions to the group. But the trouble is, if you're not talking to them regularly, particularly outside of large group settings, then you don't know how they feel. And so if they are a bit disengaged, they're on the way towards resigning from the group and you losing a valuable member. So it's a great thing to do. And look, I find it very satisfying. I'm just connecting with other people. Most of us are in volunteer groups because we enjoy the company of the other people that are there to work collaboratively to achieve what we want to do. So, if that person's on your team, then check in with your teammates. That's what we're saying. What can we do to make meetings and activities more fun and fulfilling? Ask yourself that question. Maybe ask it at those check-ins. There might be a little thing that you're doing which irks some people. There might be some activities or ways of going about stuff that is outdated now or people don't enjoy, and you could move it on, or you could take a different tact. The goal being that yes, you've got things you need to do, and you've got your plans, and you've got your way of achieving outcomes, but can we make it more fun? How can we make it more fun? And it might be every meeting is a bit more fun, or it might be that in between meetings we do something a bit different just to bond and to raise up the connection between members, I guess. And then the last thing I would say is, are your volunteers doing the right jobs? So some people enjoy certain tasks more than others. Someone loves doing bookkeeping, someone hates doing bookkeeping. Now, check in with people who have certain jobs and see whether or not they're doing the right task. We've learned through our treasurer program here at Community Connect, treasurer support, that, it's possible to be the treasurer of a group or the secretary of a group or, so on, and not actually fulfill the bookkeeping role. It's possible to be the secretary and not be the person who takes the meeting minutes. Using those as examples, do you have people who want to be on your leadership team but don't currently have the skills or don't enjoy that aspect of the job? Is there a way you could split that up so that somebody who does enjoy that or is competent at that skill is happy to do that and then leave the rest of the leadership to somebody else? Or is there someone who, enjoys weeding the garden and someone else who hates weeding the garden, but just because we want to be fair and everyone has to do an equal share or whatever, that someone ends up doing something that they don't enjoy? So just remember that if you're asking a volunteer to do something, repeatedly that they don't enjoy, that's a recipe for them to leave or to be disengaged. And so the worst outcome isn't that a disengaged person leaves. The worst outcome is that a disengaged person stays and poisons the well for everybody. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants an upset, person who's a volunteer, and we also don't want to upset everybody else. So let's just regularly check in, keep it fun and light, or schedule some regular fun and light activities. Another alternative resolution that might be applied to your group is increased awareness. So I'm talking about PR here. Do people know you exist? Do people know what services you offer? Do people know how effective you are? What are you doing about that? How do you feel about that? So here's a couple of suggestions. Try a bring a friend activity. Don't make it about recruiting and joining the group. Just make it a fun night. Bring a friend and explain to your members that the goal is that you're showcasing your group just to friends. It could be family. Maybe it's a bring your partner night, bring your kids, bring your neighbors, bring someone, a visitor from out of town. Now those people may never going to be joining your group. That's perfectly fine. We're not asking you to recruit people. We're asking you to bring people along for some fun, and they will then know what it is that you do. And they might tell somebody who is a potential member for you. Another thing you can consider is regularly sharing your story. There's lots of ways to do that. The newspaper isn't as effective as it used to be, but it is still effective. And so there's a way to get involved in the newspaper. There are other mediums as well, Whitewash Magazine and so on in our area. There is, of course, social media. You may or may not be great at social media. This is your opportunity to have those member discussions and see if there's somebody who's good at that task. Maybe the person who's doing it now doesn't enjoy it. If not, when we recruit, maybe let's try to recruit somebody who's good at that. Of course, Community Connect is here to support you as much as we can as well. We've got the Community Connect calendar on our website, which you can use to promote your events in advance. And then should you have a successful event, we can publish the results of that. We're happy to share your social media stories on our social media, Facebook and Instagram. And then, of course, we can also summarize a few of them. There's so many good things we can't promise everyone, but we do obviously put some highlights in our newsletter as well. So, where we can, we'd love to help promote the good work that you're doing. Last thought is, and I love this one, is connect and collaborate with another group or organization for a joint activity. So like the Bring a Friend night, why not reach out to another local community group and just see if there's something that you could do. It could be regularly scheduled meeting. You move your meeting to their venue and their time and so on, and you meet together and have a larger meeting. But it could also be a completely different activity. So maybe you decide to meet up in the park and go for a walk together. Maybe you have a dinner together. Maybe it's a cup of coffee or a barbecue or whatever it might be. It doesn't have to be the usual thing that one of you do. You might meet on neutral ground, both doing something slightly different. The beauty of that is it's a fun and entertaining thing to do. You get to meet new people and those sort of things. It breaks the monotony of your regularly scheduled activity. And also, of course, it's ticking that box of PR, letting other people know what it is that your group do and connecting on a personal level, group to group. And what we've learned, of course, through our two successful expos is that a lot of people who do volunteer in our groups like yourselves volunteer in more than one group. So getting two groups together, particularly if they're unrelated and so on, you may find that you actually do have potential to find a couple of people in that other group who are interested in joining yours as well. That may not happen. It may just be a bit of fun, but I bet you it's worth doing, and you may well end up with another recruit. All right, a couple of thoughts just to close out. New Year energy. Start the year with some new enthusiasm, particularly if you've had a little bit of a break. New broom sweeps clean. Jump into the air, into the year with that bit of extra energy. If you're the leadership team, wear your heart on your sleeve. Be positive about it. Try a few different things and try to share that energy with other people. Have a think about some team building activities. We've touched on a couple of things there. It could be the bring a friend night. It could be the connect with another group night. It could be, just that fun, lighthearted, once a month, once a quarter activity. Meet in the park, go for a walk, meet at a coffee shop, whatever. Go on a trip together, those sort of things. Go on a bushwalk. It could be just something that you don't usually do, because it gives. If you always meet together to do the same activity, it can get stale, and people can get stuck in a rut and see people as the person who does that task, and I'm the person who does this task. But if you meet outside of your regular schedule, then you become two individuals who have thoughts and feelings and all of those stuff. So it can really bring the group together when you do something outside of the norm. And then the two real keys. Effective communication is key when it comes to achieving group resolutions. Make sure everyone's on the same page. So communication is everybody's job. If you're in the leadership team in particular, please take that time to do those check-ins with people. Please do that regularly. Some people will come to you and knock on your door, maybe more than you want. But many people won't. And so make an effort to be in touch with everyone and keep in touch with those feelings. If you want your group to grow and succeed, it's the key thing you can do. And then the other thing I would say is celebrating small wins. So small wins can help maintain motivation and momentum towards achieving bigger results. So it's stepping stones. And what we're doing when we do, volunteers are there for a reason. They're there for heart. It's a cause that they're interested in. They're there for social. They're there for each person may have a different number of reasons, but they're not there being paid. You can't give them orders, and so the way that you pay a volunteer, the way that you appreciate a volunteer, is by recognition. So please give people recognition, whether it's to individuals or even the group as a whole. And so group recognition is celebrating those small wins. It's just telling everybody, well done, we're on track, we're doing the right things, this is fantastic, we've achieved it together. Let them know that it's appreciated, because if you presume that it is, then someone won't get that message. Connect. So obviously Community Connect is here. We're looking forward to a massive 2024. We will have another Community Expo again, which is just going from strength to strength. I literally can't wait. Wishing the year away. So ways to connect with us in person. We have our monthly community catch-up meetings. They're on the second Monday of each month. The February one will be on the 12th, I believe. You can connect to us through our website. We've got the community contacts, which is a listing of all groups, and we've got the community calendar where you can list your events and activities. Of course, you can subscribe to our newsletter if you haven't already. You can do that at the website as well. You can follow us on social media or Instagram, and of course you can tag us as well if you're up to that sort of stuff. Tag Community Connect SS on both Facebook or Instagram, and that means we're much more likely to be able to promote whatever it is that you've got on there as well. If you don't know what that means, then maybe what you need to do is keep an eye out for one of our workshops, which will be coming up in 2024. We will have some social media, and we've got grand plans of a number of different workshops for you, which will be free or cheap if we can manage it. So just subscribe to our newsletter is the best way to achieve that. We'd love to support you, to support others in 2024 at Community Connect Southern Shoalhaven. Last but not least, as I said, let's show our appreciation to volunteers, because volunteers don't get paid. Not because they're worthless, but because they're priceless. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas and New Year. We wish all the best for you and your groups in 2024, and we can't wait to connect with you at Community Connect South Shoalhaven in 2024.